All right, and a pleasant good afternoon to you and yours, and welcome to the Brevard Sports Network. One of my favorite places in the world to broadcast. We don't often get here enough. This is the beautifully crafted and well kept fields of Melbourne Central Catholic, where today it is the teacher and the student going at it as Matt Gifford and Tom Dooley. Matt Gifford, an alum here, went to St. Leo, became a Hall of Famer. He and learned under Coach Dooley, runs his program in a lot of ways like Coach Dooley does here at MCC. Of course, two baseball state championships here at MCC in 2013 and 2019. Coach Dooley, I'm just going to say he's my favorite coach anywhere. 669 career wins, 37 years, right here at MCC. So we couldn't be more thrilled to be here today to bring you the game between uh, Viera and Melbourne Central Catholic. The Hawks will be batting first today. Normally we're at USSSA Stadium, but today the Hawks will be batting first, and leading off and playing center field will be Dominic Leone. Batting second will be Brody Vogel. He'll be over at shortstop. Brady Jensen bats third. He'll be catching. Brennan Confreda will bat fourth, and he's playing first base. Zach Galarashi gets a bump up in the lineup tonight. He'll be batting fifth, and he's in right field. Luca Bongiovi is the DH tonight, and he's DHing for pitcher Blaine Werkheiser. Trey Slavic is playing second base and batting seventh, and Caden Doherty is playing third base and batting eighth, and Aiden Cameron in left field and batting ninth. For Melbourne Central Catholic, leading off will be the shortstop, number 23, Cole Carroll. Batting second will be the left fielder, number 6, Jaden McNamara. Batting third will be the first baseman, Ryder Whittick. Batting fourth will be the pitcher today, wearing number 22, Thomas Chulio. Batting, make sure here. Batting sixth and playing center field will be Austin Hester. Batting seventh and playing second base will be Thomas Canella. Batting eighth and playing third base will be Colin O'Connell. And batting ninth and doing the catching will be Tristan Kolovic. I believe we'll be standing for the national anthem here in just a second as the Hustlers take the field. Let's tell you. So Chichulo this year is making his sixth appearance in 19 innings pitched this year. He's got a 2.21 ERA. He's 2-1. He's allowed 15 hits, 11 runs, 6 of them earned, walked 5, and struck out 15. National anthem. All right, the national anthem. As we get set to play, the Hustlers are on the field. We want to thank everyone here. I want to thank Coach Dooley and his staff for setting us up here down the third base line. Now, if you've seen me walk lately, then you know that if there's a line drive here, we're just going to have to. I'm just going to have to take it. Take one for the team. I tell you here, just sharing the post. There we go. Pitcher warms up. The good news is that the sun, there's not a cloud in the sky. That's also the bad news as well because that sun beats down on the equipment, and a lot of times we tend to overheat a little bit. All right, here we go. Dominic Leone steps in. Leone with quite a night last night. Couple of hits, couple of RBIs in Viera's 10-1 win. They snapped a three-game losing streak and extended their winning streak over Melbourne to four in a row. And Chulo's first pitch offering to Leone is fouled off. Actually, no, it's a little blooper over to the first baseman, and Leone gets set down with a little pop fly out to the first baseman for out number one. That'll bring up Brody Vogel, who had a good night last night as well. It's easy to tell you who didn't have a good night last night. All of the Hawks hit the ball well last night. Vogel, first pitch offering is off the plate for a ball. Vogel, so far this season, is third on the team, batting 280. Well, with hits, with 11, batting 289. And there's a ground ball to the shortstop, up and over to first. And that's 6-3 if you're scoring at home. Nice play by Cole Carroll. Let's take you through the outfield and the infield for MCC before it's too late as Brady Jensen steps in. It's Jaden McNamara, Austin Hester, and Tanner Garza from left to right. First pitch offering to Jensen, who leads the Hawks in every offensive statistical category. From third to first, it's Colin O'Connell. Over at shortstop, Cole Carroll. Second baseman is Thomas Canella, and over at first is Ryder Whittick. And it's 2 balls and no strikes now to Jensen. After a couple of more hits last night, Jensen at 17 hits this year, batting .459. And he'll look at a strike on the inside part of the plate. And it is 2-1. Chulo rocks, kicks, and fires. Oh, the off-speed pitch takes a dive outside, and Jensen is 3-1 now. 3 balls and a strike. 3-2. Full count on its way here. That gets away. And listen, if you hustle down to first base here, there's a good possibility you can force a play at second because there is a ton of foul territory here, especially behind home plate. So that'll be a 2-out walk as Brendan Confreda steps in. No score, top of the first 2 outs And that one is ripped into the gap. And around second on his way to third, Brady Jensen should score easily. Here comes the throw into the infield, stopping at second base with a 2-out RBI double is Brennan Confreda, and the Hawks lead this one 1-0 early. Jensen all the way from first, following the walk. Good piece of hitting by Brennan Confreda, who didn't start the year off exactly hot, but he's up to 303 now, and that's his 8th RBI of the year. And that'll bring up, speaking of hot hitting, Zach Alarashi. And Alarashi, there you go, he caught it. And that will end the inning, but not before a walk and a double into the gap leads to a Viera run. 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the first. Viera on top, 1-0. All right, welcome back here to Tom Dooley Field, where Viera takes a 1-0 lead at the top of the first inning. We'll get the score fixed here for you in just a second, as junior Blaine Werkheiser is on the bump today for Viera. I'll give you his numbers as soon as I get your score fixed. There we go. Werkheiser is 2-0 this season in 18 innings. His ERA is a 1.94. He's got 23 strikeouts and just 2 walks all year. Werkheiser also has an impressive whip of 0.50 this season. I want to thank the Viera Hawk RBI Club for their 12-game sponsorship this year. Stepping in now is going to be the leadoff hitter, Cole Carroll, the shortstop. Cole's batting 379 this year. First pitch offering to him is a ball, 1-0. Carroll with 3 RBIs. He's got a double, 11 hits, 10 runs scored for MCC. The 1-0 from Werkheiser to Carroll, right down Florida Avenue for strike 1. 1-1. It's Caden Dougherty, Brody Vogel, Trey Slavic, and Brennan Confreda from third to first for Viera. In the outfield, it's Aiden Cameron, Dominic Leone, and Zach Alarashi from left to right. Werkheiser, the 2-1, is now 3-1. Werkheiser is going to have to come from behind here. 3 balls and 1 strike to Carroll. Carroll fouls that back to the screen, and the count is full at 3-2. Carroll with 4 free passes this year and 7 strikeouts. The 3-2 on its way is a shot over to Slavic, up and over to Confreda for out. number 1. Hard hit ball. Good play by Confreda. And Jaden McNamara now steps in. McNamara, a 250 hitter this year. He's got 6 hits, 2 RBIs, 2 doubles for skipper Tom Dooley. And the first pitch offering from Werkheiser is a fastball on the outside corner for strike 1. It'd be tough for me to disagree with the umpires today sitting at this angle. Second pitch on its way. Chopper to the third baseman. Up and over to first for out number 2. Nice play by Doherty to get the ball across the infield. And 2 up, 2 down as Ryder Whittick steps in. Whittick having a heck of a season this year, the sophomore, just a sophomore. Keep your eyes on Whittick, 414. He's got 12 hits, 9 RBIs, a triple, 6 runs scored, and 29 official plate or at bats. Lefty too, big lefty. By the time this young man's a senior, power hitting left-handed first baseman. Are you kidding me? It's everybody's dream right there. He fouls that back to the screen. Low, 2-1. Werkheiser with his battery mate Brady Jensen. Rocks, kicks, and fires, and there's a chopper down to first and over to cover the bag. That was close, but it'll work. Nice job by Werkheiser to get there, and a good job feeding him the ball by Confreda. Scoring at home, that is a 3-1. And we head to the top of inning number 2. The double by Confreda, driving in a run. The only difference in this one right now, head to the top of the second. Viera 1, MCC nothing. All right, we go to the top of the second inning. 1-0 Hawks on top here. As it'll be Luca Bongiovi, Trey Slavic, and Caden Doherty for Viera. Bongiovi this year, .242. First pitch offering is fouled off for strike 1. .242 hitter. He's got 3 doubles, 4 RBIs, 8 hits this year, and 33 ABs. The 0-1 is 0-2. Good looking pitch there from Thomas Chicholio. I think I'm saying that right. Curveball is lifted into left field for a leadoff base hit by Luca Bongiovi, and one on and nobody out now for Viera as he went out and got that pitch, and that's a single for Luca, bringing up Trey Slavic. Dan Widener, the first base coach. Matt Gifford at third. And he squares the bunt. Now, I'm sure that the communication has gotten better on the bunts today. As we saw last night, Jay Fowler attempted to bunt with 2 strikes. I don't think that was something Coach Gifford called for, but something I have to believe was a missed signal or some sort of a signal issue. Chicholo does get a strike on Slavic. Good move over to first and back in time. Plenty of time is Luca Bongiovi. And that one is lifted into shallow center field, and Viera's in business. And again, the middle to the bottom of the order for the Hawks producing. Last night, 4 hits, 7, 8, 9, and here we are, 6 and 7, 2 for 2, as Caden Doherty steps up. Oof. And he squares the bunt. I tell you, it's Viera's just you just got the feeling watching this team, and we obviously do watch them a lot because of the 12-game package we have with them. But that these bats were waiting to break out, and I'm telling you, they have at least over the last 9 innings. They certainly have done that. They put up 12 hits last night in their win over Melbourne. Chulo wants a different signal. He's got it. Sets. Kicks and fires. Oh, that's a beautiful bunt on the grass. That'll easily go. Well, yeah, it goes foul. Okay. So now it's 2 strikes. I don't imagine we're going to see a bunt here. At least I hope not. Colin O'Connell, Cole Carroll, Thomas Ganella, and Ryder Whittick, third to first for MCC. The pitch, swing and a miss, and strikeout. But Chula, that definitely one he needed there. And now 2 on, first and second. So you got to force it third, an opportunity at a double play, which can get you out of the inning as Aiden Cameron steps in. Cameron, a junior, batting .222 this year, 6 hits and 2 RBIs. Left-handed hitter will look at strike one. And down the line, foul. Talk a lot about Tom Dooley today. Started first year at MCC in 1988. And that ball is driven deep into right field. Back goes the right fielder. Back, track, wall, and you can touch them all. Aiden Cameron, that is a 3-run home run. And the Viera Hawks lead it 4-0. Wow, did he get that one? Talk about producing. One out. Aiden Cameron. And we're back to the top of the lineup, and Dominic Leone steps up. And Leone drives one into center field, but right at the center fielder who hauls it in for out number 2. Base is empty now as Aiden Cameron hit one about 340 feet. And there's another base hit. Right now, Viera touching up Chichulo. That's the 5th hit of the night. As Brady Jensen steps in, and he's got 2 home runs. You talk about a guy capable of also going deep right here. And for Aiden, RBIs number 3, 4, and 5, and that is line drive right at the shortstop for the 3rd and final out. But the Viera Hawks pick up 3 runs on 4 hits. An Aiden Cameron 3-run bomb as we go to the bottom of the 2nd. Viera 4, MCC nothing. Four, 5, and 6 due up for MCC here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Tanner Garza, Thomas Chichulo, and Austin Hester due up as they're going to try to scratch and claw their way back into this one. As the Hawks have started right where they picked up last night, scoring runs. The Viera's, after getting shut out last Thursday, 6-0. Viera low from Werkheiser has now outscored Melbourne and MCC 14-1 over the last 9 innings. The pitch, swing and a miss, and Garza is late on that, and it's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out, bottom 2nd. And that ball is fouled back to the screen. The 1-2 is lifted into shallow center field, but Leone gets there, calls, and hauls one out. And here's the pitcher, Thomas Chichulo, with an opportunity, to help himself. Eden Cameron, I believe, was played here. I could be wrong. And there's a chopper back to Werkheiser. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And that's 2 outs. But I believe he was a freshman here and played. And transferred to Viera. Again, I could be wrong. But if that's the case, nothing's got to feel better than hitting a 3-run jack against your former team. As Austin Hester steps in. Center fielder. Bounces in the dirt. I'm watching Tom Dooley. His team's down 4-0. This is why Tom Dooley's a legend. That's a strike. No, umpire says no. Watching Tom Dooley coach his guys, and it's the same every time. It is every pitch is coached. This is a chopper. Foul. Even the coaches run for foul balls here. And he goes, and Werkheiser will end the inning with a strikeout. And Werkheiser has gone 1, 2, 3 for the second inning. And we go to the top of 3 with Viera up 4-0. Confreda, Alarashi, and Luca Bongiovi will be your hitters here in the top of the third. And Viera up 4-0 here. And Thomas Chichola will come back out again for the third inning. Ball's fouled out of play. MCC 6-3 this year. 66 runs scored, 32 allowed. Jack that up to 36 now. 63 runs scored. Viera 8-4. 76 runs scored, 33 allowed. And that ball is driven down the right field line, but in the corner, foul. Everybody swinging hard. Got to feel good right now, swinging the bats for Viera here. Chola battling, though. It's 0-2, so a chance to sit Confreda down, who doubled off of him the last time. Oh, he got him with a beautiful curveball. Pulled the hook. And Kinfreda is out on strikes. Zach Alarashi steps in. Alarashi popped out to Colin O'Connell his last time up, the third baseman. Zach with 2 hits last night from the 7 hole, bumped up to the 5 hole today. Low and inside, ball 1. Right down Babcock Street, 1-1. That one follows the trail down Babcock Street, and it's 1-2. Chulo looking for his first. No, actually, he got him 1-2 in the first. And that one is ripped but foul. Alarashi all over that one. That had the distance if Alarashi hadn't pulled it. Shoots to Alarashi, and Zach gets into this one down the left field line, and he cannot make the catch. Alarashi on his way to second, and he's going to have to hold there. And Zach Alarashi, with a couple of singles last night, has a double today. And the Hawks have a runner on second base with nobody out, or one out, here in the third. So Luca Bongiovi steps in. Luca singled his last time up. Pitch. And Luca gets under it, skies this one. Right fielder looking, can't get there. So that's a high fly, pop fly, foul. Long strike. Tanner Garza giving good chase on it, but just couldn't get there. As Coach Gifford gives Alarashi the instructions, anything to right field, don't stop. Keep running. And there's a shot up the shortstop over to first. And nice job. That is just a great job right there by Cole Carroll to keep that ball from getting up the middle. Well positioned that time. I thought that was going up the middle. You heard me say, and that's a shot up the middle. Alarashi does go to third. Trey Slavic steps in, but a good job of defensive positioning by the GOAT. Trey Slavic singled his last time up as well. That just misses 1-0. And there's a hard ground ball that Cole won't get to that time. And Slavic with a 2-out RBI single. He scores Alarashi. And Slavic is 2 for 2 as he will pick up an RBI. This is Caden Doherty stepping in. Doherty struck out looking or actually struck out swinging, not looking his last time up. Slavic with his 8th and 9th hits of the year. That is his 6th RBI. And that one, that's hit to the second baseman. Quick flip. No, oh, wow. I don't know if the umpire is going to agree with that call when he sees it again, but He was safe, but called him out. But it happens. So Slavic goes 4-6. Doherty on a sack. Fielder's choice. There were a sack, or fielder's choice, not a sack. So Aiden Cameron will lead it off in the top of the fourth. We'll be right back. Blaine Werkheiser has been stellar through two as he'll face Thomas Ganella, Colin O'Campbell, and Tristan, make sure I say his last name right, Kolovic here in the bottom of inning number 3. Viera has scored a run in every inning. They've got 7 hits on 5 runs. 1 in the first, 3 in the second, 1 in the third here. First pitch, strike one. Ganella batting .391 this season. He's got 9 hits, 8 RBIs, and a double in 23 official at-bats. Werkheiser gets Ganella to swing over the top. 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Outside on the waste pitch, 1-2. And there's a little slapper. Slavic. Oh, Slavic won't get the way he does get there and commits the error. And Ganella's going to reach on an E4. That is the one sticking point with Viera. Coming into the Melbourne game last night, 41% of the runs allowed this year, I think it was somewhere in the neighborhood of 19 of them were unearned runs. And so that is an error. As Colin O'Connell steps in. And that gets away and down to second goes Ganella. And now MCC's got a runner in scoring position. And now you see Coach Dooley take the box here. O'Connell with a ball and no strikes. He's telling his hitter, look away middle, away middle. See if that's where Werkheiser throws him. Ironically enough, it's exactly where Werkheiser throws him, and it's 1-1. That ball gets away again, all the way to the backstop. And so 2 wild pitches. An error, 2 wild pitches now has a runner at third with nobody out here. And this is going to be, if he gets across, another unearned run. Werkheiser, and that one's fouled back to the screen. It's just food for thought as the season advances. And for Viera, as you get to the spring break tournaments coming up and They're going to be up at Jackie Robinson Stadium in Daytona next week. So you're going to want to make sure, if you're Viera, that these are the things that you come back having adjusted. They've allowed 34 runs this year. Only 20 of them are earned. Pitch. Ball four, first and third. Nobody out. As Tristan Kolovic steps in. Kolovic, a 222 hitter this year. He's got 3 RBIs. He's got 2 hits this season and 9 at-bats. So, looks like he's catching today. So how does Tom Dooley play this one? First and third, no out. I would not imagine that we would see the runner take off here just yet. I wouldn't be surprised to see a bunt, to be honest with you. And there it is. Nice push. Safety bunt down the line. They won't get anybody. They throw the ball away. And Viera. And that ball is thrown away. That's the second error on the play. A run will score. And MCC will pick up 2 unearned runs off a phenomenal safety squeeze by Kolovic. So both the runners that were on score on 2 throwing errors. And Kolovic is down at second, and there are still nobody out. Back to the top of the lineup with Cole Carroll. They were throwing that thing around like a tilt-a-whirl. And we're back to Cole Carroll, who grounded out to Trey Slavic, the second baseman, his first time up. There's a strike, and Werkheiser goes back to throwing strikes. And this one, I don't know where it went, but it's foul. The 0-2, and a play at second is safe, back in time. That's a pinch runner, actually, for Kolovic. And this one is fouled off as well. So a good job by Cole Carroll to battle. And back with a pickoff attempt, back in time. Carroll swings and misses. Great pitch by Werkheiser. And that is the first out of the inning, and a much needed out. On the strikeout. Second strikeout of the game for Werkheiser, and Jaden McNamara steps in. He grounded out to the third baseman his last time up, first time up. And that is strike one. Upstairs, 1-1. And that ball is lifted in the shallow center, but Leone too much speed, and he comes in to knock it down and haul it in for out number 2 as Ryder Wick steps in. And Wick was grounded out to the first baseman his first time up, but this is definitely the guy you want up. Like we were talking about Ryder earlier. Look at what he's done so far this year. 414. He's got a triple, no home runs, but right now would be a pretty good time to jack number 1. Strike 1, nothing and 1. It's 5-2. I'll fix the scoreboard here between innings. Viera. We're going to be going to the top of the 4th. And there's a hard ground ball up the middle and around third to score the third run. He'll get in there safely. And Ryder Wick comes through with 2 outs. As the throw goes to the backstop, Wick will take second. So a throwing error is the third error of the inning for Viera. And it's 5-3. They've cut the lead to 2 as the pinch runner scores. That pinch runner is Grant Stiggle, I believe. And that ball is hit into center field and around third and on his way is Wick. Confreda throws and there's another throwing error. And down to second base goes Tanner. And that's what these throwing errors do. That's the 4th error of the inning for Viera. The 4th error of the inning. That was Tanner Garza who singled. He'll get the RBI, but the error comes on him taking second base. And the error on the last throw in, which is what allowed Wick to score. If he's at first base, if that throw doesn't get away from Jensen, he's standing at first base. He doesn't score on that single. So, 4 errors in the inning. This is Thomas Chuchulo, and he's a shot. Vogel up and over to first, and Viera finally gets out of the inning, but not before MCC sends 8 guys to the plate. 3 hits, 4 runs, 4 errors, and through 3, it's 5-4 Viera. The trick now for MCC is to go out here and do something that they haven't done yet, and that's get a shutdown inning after scoring 4 runs. 3 up, 3 down would be really good if you're MCC. And again, Viera with the errors, throwing the ball around. So it cost them that inning. This is going to be Aiden Cameron, who hit a 3-run home run his last time up. That's the difference in the game right now. That ball is popped up and out of play. One in the first, 3 in the second, 1 in the third for Viera, 4 in the third for MCC. And Cameron bounces this foul off his foot, and it's 0-2 Chichulo. His battery mate behind the plate today is Tristan Kolovic. The pitch inside for a ball. Wow. That is ball 1, ball 2. I'm sitting too far away to really pass any judgment on his balls and strikes. And there's a hard ground ball to the second baseman, up and over to first. And Ganella to Wittick is 1 out. Back to the top of the lineup with Dominic Leone. I want to thank Walden Custom Homes for sponsoring beginning innings. Chopper foul. Right down the middle, strike 2. That one also right down the middle for strike 3 as Dominic Leone gets caught window shopping and he strikes out looking, and Brody Vogel steps in. Vogel grounded out and singled, and Vogel with a 2-out base hit up the middle. So Brady Jensen steps in, and MC still with a chance for a shutdown inning here. That is scoring runs while not giving up none yourself in the following half inning. So they got a shot to do that, but they're going to have to get one of the best hitters to start the season in Brevard County in Jensen. I don't know if Sue Jensen and her husband are watching, but if they are, it was nice to meet you all last night. And Jensen gets one through the hole. And around second and holding is Vogel. So first and second with 2 outs. So a little 2-out rally here as Viera collects hits 8 and 9. And Brennan Confreda steps in. Confreda struck out and doubled back into first. Chuchulo trying to get out of this without giving up any runs. He got the first 2 hitters. He got Aiden Cameron to ground out, and he struck out Leone looking. And since Brody Vogel and Brady Jensen have singled, Single here will definitely score a run. And there's a shot down the first base line around second, and he'll score his Vogel. And around third, I should say, and scoring is Jensen. Well, that's not Jensen. It's the pinch runner for Jensen. But two more with two runs with 2 outs on a single by Brennan Confreda. And that he's going to end up at second, but that's going to be a single on the throw. And it's now 7-4 as Viera gets 2 of the 4 back. And so close to a shutdown inning there, but just couldn't get that third out as Zach Alarashi steps in. Alarashi with a hard ground ball to second, up and over to first for the third and final out. But Viera scratches and claws, 3 base hits, and they will, they'll 3 base hits, score 2 runs as we head to the bottom of the fourth, 7-4 Hawks. Viera with another heck of a night at the plate. In the first inning alone, the Hawks sent 6 batters to the plate. In the next inning, they sent 7. In the third inning, 5. And in that last inning, another 6. So, and they scored 2 runs with 2 outs, which is impressive. Back in the first, they scored a run with 2 outs. And Blaine Werkheiser back for another inning. And for MCC, it'll be Austin Heston, Thomas Ganella, and Colin Campbell. Colin O'Connell. Sorry, Colin O'Connell. So they sent 8 to the plate, scoring 4 times in the bottom of the third. 7 runs on 10 hits and 1, actually, and 8. They got 7 runs, not 8. Yeah. 7 runs on 10 hits and 5 errors for Viera. 4 runs, 3 hits, and 1 error for MCC. Yeah, 5 errors in the game for Viera. 4 errors in the game. Chopper foul. And it's 0-2 to Heston, who struck out his last time. Werkheiser, the 0-2. Just misses 1-2. Below the knees, and it's 2-2. Upstairs, and all of a sudden Werkheiser has fallen behind. The count is full to Heston. The full count. And he drills him. You can tell he overthrew that pitch. So Ganello will step up with a runner at first and nobody out. Chopper, tough play here. Vogel got him. Nice job by Vogel, but the runner advances on the high chop. Vogel played it well. Colin O'Connell steps in. He walked his last time up. You see Coach come into your screen there. Werkheiser upstairs. High and tight, 2-0. Seven to 4 here in the what inning is this? I got the bottom of the fourth. And that'll be a strike. 2-2 now. Yeah, bottom of the fourth scoreboard's lit all the way up to the sixth. Pitch, swing, and a miss. And now, I'm sorry, now it's 2-2. And there's a chopper back to Werkheiser, who flips to Confreda for the easy out. And Heston goes to third. Tristan Kolovic steps in. Kolovic singled his last time up. Pitch. And there's another chopper. Third baseman up and over to first. Good play there by Caden Doherty. And that ends the inning. So the shutdown inning MCC won it. Viera got as we head to the top of the fifth. It's 7-4 Hawks. You are looking at new MCC pitcher Colin O'Connell, who takes over on the bump here in the top of the fifth inning. O'Connell this season This is just his second appearance. He's not allowed a hit, a run. He has 6 strikeouts, 3 walks. Actually, he has allowed 1 run, 1 earned run. Oh, no, that's Carroll. Sorry. O'Connell. Yeah, no, here he is. 3 strikeouts, no walks. So he takes the mound here for Tom Dooley. And Luca Bongiovi steps in here in the top of the 5th. Bongiovi singled and grounded out to the shortstop his last time up. Outside for ball 2. That'll catch the inside corner for strike 1, 2-1. And that's fouled back to the screen. 3 balls and 2 strikes now, or 2 balls. I got 2-2. Colin O'Connell, a sophomore. Scoreboard says 3-2. We'll go with that. And there's a hard ground ball to the shortstop, up and over to first for the out. Nice play there, as we got a new shortstop in the game as well. No, that's still Cole Carroll. Yeah, no, Cole Carroll's still playing short. My bad. So Cole Carroll with the play there. And that'll bring up Trey Slavic, who's got a hit and grounded out. That one fouled off the mask of the catcher. The umpire says, "You okay?" Catcher's like, "Yeah, I'm fine." That's why these things cost so much money. Outside for a ball, 1-1. O'Connell. O'Connell was the third baseman. The new third baseman, I believe, is Jade McNamara over there. And we'll get you who the new left fielder is. The old double switch. That one right down the middle for ball 3. And that'll be ball 4 as Trey Slavic walks. Thought he got that last one. Caden Doherty steps in. He struck out and has a fielder's choice. Strike 1. Good move. Nothing and 1. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and missed. 0-2 now. Nearly got him again. And the count stays 0-2. Doherty from O'Connell. He wants him. Fixated. That's a big lead, though. Huge lead. There he goes. Foul back and out of play. And Slavic's lead is wasted there on the foul ball. Coach Dooley's telling his bench, you got to count. When he's doing that, you got to count. You got to count in your head. You got to time it. Oh, he might have had him that time. Oh, my. First baseman thought he had him. Maybe if the ball just bounced a little bit before it got there, but it was close. Popped up and way out of play. That thing luckily drops between parked cars. So this is 0-2, and the cat and mouse game continues. And O'Connell got him that time. Great job. What a move by Colin O'Connell, and he got him that time. And Slavic goes down, and O'Connell wins the cat and mouse game, and now it's 2 outs. Chopper foul. That was just great. To do that 5 times, to throw the ball over there the way he did 5 times in a row is impressive for a sophomore. That's a good move. Low and outside, and that's the first ball of the at-bat. 1-2. Curveball breaks a little too hard, and it's 2-2. So deuces are wild here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And the pitch. 3-2. The full count on its way. Wow. Ball 4. High. Close, though. Close. And Aiden Cameron steps in. Cameron with a 3-run jack and a ground out. Yeah, you almost called him sleeping. As a 13-year-old kid, this is a true story what I'm about to tell you. That ball's foul back and out of play. I was at an Oriole game in August of 1983 when left-handed relief pitcher Tippy Martinez picked off 3 Toronto Blue Jays in 1 inning, in extra innings. And he had to do it because the Orioles, Earl Weaver, or actually Joe Altobelli was the manager, and the Orioles had run themselves out of players essentially. They had a left fielder playing second base, so they were afraid to let, the Blue Jays hit the ball because they had players out of place all over the field. So they had a little second baseman by the name of Len Cicada who was catching, and he hadn't called since Little League. So the Blue Jays, Tippy Martinez, gave up a hit, picked off the first batter, walked the next batter, picked him off, gave up a hit, picked off the third batter, picked off all 3 runners in the inning to end the inning. And then, as fate would have it, in the bottom half of that inning, the Blue Jays actually hit a home run in that inning to take a 1-run lead. And in the bottom half of that inning, that catcher, Len Cicada, hit a 3-run home run to win the game for the Orioles. I'll never forget it as long as I live. One of the greatest moments in Orioles history. I don't know what the date was, but I know it was in August of '83. It was right before we went back to school. 2-1. I don't know where this is. I don't see it. So it's not around me. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Deuces wild again here. Pitch upstairs, and it's 3-2. And for the second consecutive inning, CC might be getting themselves in trouble here with 2 outs. They give up 2 runs with 2 outs in the last inning. They got a ground out and a strikeout, and then they gave up 2 singles and a double, and 2 runs scored. The 3-2. And that's a base hit in the right field, and he's going to score, and they've done it again. And Matt Gifford's going to hold him, actually, and in with a stand-up double after a fantastic at-bat is Aiden Cameron. Cameron now with a double and a home run. And actually, he stopped Dougherty at third. So here we go again. 2 outs and 2 on for Viera. Back to the top of the lineup with Dominic Leone, and he's due. He is 0 for 3. He has popped out twice and struck out looking his last time up. So Leone wants a hit here. 7 runs, 11 hits, and 4 errors for Viera. 4 runs, 3 hits, and 1 error for MCC. Uh-oh. Okay, hit the ground. That one looked like it was pegged for the old Hyundai. But it dies before it gets there. 0-1 to Dom. O'Connell, 1 strike pitch to Leone. And there's a chopper to the shortstop. Cole up and over to first. And for the first time, second time in the game, MCC gets out of an inning without surrendering a run. They strand 2, does Viera, as we head to the bottom of the 5th. 7-4 Hawks. Top of the lineup due up for MCC. Cole Carroll, Jaden McNamara, and Ryder Wick. As Blaine Werkheiser starts his 5th inning of work. Cole Carroll looks at strike one. He grounded out and struck out in this one. 0 for 2. Curveball will miss 1-1. Want to thank Rajano Health for sponsoring the 5th and 6th innings. The ball will skip in the dirt, 2-1. Viera does not have anybody warming in the bullpen. They did earlier, but I don't know if it was just somebody getting some work in or warming up. Werkheiser, and that ball is lifted in the right. Alarashi with a bead, a track, and a catch, 1 out. Jaden McNamara grounded out and popped out. 0 for 2 as he steps in. But he's now at third base. Curveball at the knees for a strike. 0-1. Jensen liked it. The umpire did not. 1-1. Boy, that curveball working on this hitter at this at bat, and it's 1-2. And there's a ground ball down the line. That's a fair ball. And cut off and around. Oh, nice job. That's an outstanding job by the left fielder there to hold that ball and hold the runner to a double or to a single. It's Aiden Cameron. And Cameron's having him a game, isn't he? 7. No, that's his number. Like position number. Yeah, 7. His number is 16. Okay. 1 and 2, the scoreboard says to the next hitter, and that's Ryder Wick, the big, tall left-hander. But as I was saying about the play of Aiden Cameron, he's got a home run, a double, and nice play out there in the outfield. That should have been a double for all intent and purpose. Werkheiser to Wick. And the sophomore pulls a move on the junior there, calls a timeout. And that'll be a ball. That's right there. And it's strike 2. Wick has got to be set now. And that one is crushed into right field, but right at Alarashi, who gets under his second one in the inning. And it's 2 outs, and back to first base goes McNamara with Tanner Garza coming up. Garza flied out and singled. Bottom of the fifth here. And a move over to first and back is McNamara. Low. Ball one. Werkheiser works another one over. Oh, Chichulio's catching now, so he would be next. I was trying to figure out where Chichulio went, and he's behind the plate now. And that is a strike. Chopper foul. Stay strike two. Werkheiser. Oh, took a little something off for a strikeout and the third out of the inning. That was a beaut, Clark. The only hit in the inning is stranded at first. We go to the top of the sixth, 7-4 Viera. All right, top of the sixth we go. It'll be Vogel, Jensen, and Confreda. And Brody Vogel steps in, grounded out, and two singles. 2 for 3 today for Vogel. As Colin O'Connell starts his second inning of work. At the knee, strike one. In the dirt, 1-1. And it looks like there's activity starting to stir in the Viera bullpen. And that one is rocked. And center fielder, what a great sliding catch. Dead it. Got to get the number because the guy that wasn't. Who is that? That's Austin Hester out there because Colin O'Connell was out there, and he's on the mound. Great play by Austin Hester. Give him the den again. And that is popped up and out of play. Actually, Hester, I'm looking at the wrong number. Hester was out there. That ball is dropped down and around first. And good hustle into the corner by Tristan Kolovic, holding Jensen to a single. And Jensen continues to stay hot. One out on the great catch by Austin Hester. Right at the knees for a ball. Foul back. Seven runs, 11 hits, 4 errors for Viera, 4 runs, 4 hits, and an error for MCC. Swing and a miss by Confreda. That'll be strike 2. Confreda doubled, singled, and struck out. 2 for 3 tonight. Oh, great scoop. Nice job by Chichulo on the scoop, the backhand scoop at that, and then try to throw the runner out down at first. 2-2. Pitch. Holy. Yeah, they punched him up there. I was like, my goodness. The delayed call on strike 3 had me confused, but Confreda does a little window shopping and pays the price as he strikes out looking as Zach Alarashi steps in. 2 outs now. Alarashi with a fly out, a ground out, and a single in this one. He was moved up from the 7 spot to the 5 hole tonight. Good game last night. Oh, I might have had him. Caught him leaning. That is a huge lead again. Tell you what, Colin O'Connell picked off a runner in the last inning. You got Trey Slavic over there. Trying to hold this runner, prevent this runner from taking a base. 7-4. And he's off and running, and that one is lofted into left field and around third, and holding is the pinch runner for Jensen. That's Bradley Mishok. So a 2-out single and runners at the corners by Zach Alarashi. And Alarashi is 2 for 4 today. And that'll bring up Luca Bongiovi with an RBI opportunity here as Thomas Chicholo gives the infield the signals on what's going to happen when Alarashi takes off. Just below the knees for a ball. Tom Dooley, the head coach, Austin Nickel, Ian Fox, and Neville Maycock, the assistant coaches for MCC. And there goes Alarashi, and this one is skied high. Cole Carroll calls and hauls for the third and final out as we head to the bottom of the sixth. Viera on top, 7-4. This Rajaneer Health call to the bullpen is for Brendan Confreda. He'll walk over from first base and hop on the bump. Confreda this year is making his fourth appearance of the year. He's got a 2.84 ERA. He is 1-2 this season in 12 and a third innings pitched. The senior has allowed 4 hits, 6 runs, 5 of them earned. He has walked 11 and struck out 21. Confreda, opponents are batting just 0.93 against Confreda this year. And stepping in is going to be Thomas Chichulio to try to be the first. See what he can do with the southpaw. Pitch is low and away. It'll be Chichulo, Hester, and Ganella. Trying to see, it looks like Jensen is the first baseman. I'm not sure who that. Caden, I'm not sure who that first baseman is over there. That'll catch the corner for strike one. Freda pitched in the state championship last year. Fouled back to the screen for 2 strikes now. And there's a ground ball down to the new first baseman. He says, I got it, I got it. And he does. And that is a putout. And the new first baseman is Ryan Ott. So it's Ryan Ott. So a ground out by Chichulo brings up Austin Hester. Low, ball one. Confreda rocks, kicks, and fires. That one lifted into center field, but trackable, playable, and hauled in by Dominic Leone. 2 up, 2 down. As Thomas Ganella steps in, Ganella reached on an air and grounded out. Pretty efficient work thus far by Confreda. 7 pitches, 2 outs. That'll be a strike. Nope, ball. Outside, 2-0. Two and one. And it should be 2-2 now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Deuces wild as number 3 rocks, kicks, and fires. And that's a beaut, but just a bit outside in terms of changing locations and speeds. Confreda does it there, but he does not bite. And that time into right field, and a nice job by Zach to keep the ball. That's a good job by Zach Alarashi to keep the ball in front of him. You don't need a ball getting by you like that late in the inning. You don't need to be a hero. As Colin O'Connell steps in, he has walked and grounded out. Because if that ball gets by a diving Alarashi, it rolls all the way to the wall, and he's still running. You got to make the plays that help your team win games, and that is certainly that type of a play there. Lifted down the right field line, now in foul territory. Alarashi. Nope, that ball drops fair. Okay. So now first and third now, that ball drops fair as Colin O'Connell as now runners at first and third. With 2 outs and Tristan Kolovic up. So an opportunity here for MCC. Confreda rocks and fires that foul ball. Kolovic against Confreda. Pitch is upstairs and outside. Liner foul. Ganella at third. Confreda. 2 outs. Swing and a miss. And Brennan Confreda shuts it down. We head to the 7th. Viera up 7-4. All right, welcome back for the seventh inning here. Viera on top, 7-4. And stepping in will be Trey Slavic. Slavic singled and was picked off his last time up. I want to thank Tracy Campbell and My Card as our seventh inning sponsor here today. Slavic today, actually 2 hits and a walk. And this one is lined foul. Here at Tom Dooley Field on the campus of Melbourne Central Catholic. 7 runs, 12 hits, 4 errors for Viera, 4, 6, and 1 for MCC. That's a strike. As Matt Gifford returns home and looks to pick up a win as manager of the Viera Hawks. I don't know that he's ever beaten Coach Dooley before. This is where he went to school, would go on to St. Leo University, would become a Hall of Famer at St. Leo. Popped the Okay, no car hit. Quite a baseball career for Coach Gifford, but it started here at MCC. Low for a ball. This is where he played. He would coach here for years under Dooley. And today, with an opportunity to beat him, and Slavic is window shopping, and he gets caught looking. 1 out. It's a nice pitch there by Colin O'Connell. And this will bring up Caden Dougherty. That'll be a strike. So a really nice job here today by Colin O'Connell, who is not allowed to run. And there's a hard ground ball fielded by the second baseman up and over to first. 2 outs, 4-3. And this is the guy who, if Viera holds on here, will be our Rajanair Health player of the game. And that's Aiden Cameron. He's got a double and a home run in this one. We've seen a lot of Viera baseball thus far. And thanks to the 12-game deal, which we are extremely grateful for. And there's a chopper foul. And there's a shot in the left field. And how about Aiden Cameron, who was a triple shy of a cycle? He won't get a chance for that. But Matt Gifford was just telling him where to put that ball. And he did he hit that ball exactly where Gifford told him. That's a good piece of hitting. That's right where Coach Gifford just told him to hit that ball. Coach Gifford said we do it every day. Dominic Leone steps in. Dom with an uncharacteristic offer in this one. He popped out twice, struck out, and grounded out. But Aiden Cameron with a home run, a double, and a single. And unless MCC ties it up, he won't have a shot at a triple. And this one was going to stay in play. First baseman hauls for the third and final out. No runs, one hit, no errors, one left. Final 3 outs for MCC. We're going to the bottom of the seventh, folks. 7-4 Viera. All right, welcome back. Bottom of the seventh, top of the lineup. Cole Carroll, Jaden McNamara, and Ryder Wick. The last hope opportunity here against Brennan Confreda. And Confreda throws the first pitch in the dirt for ball one. Ball two. And patience is a virtue here, for sure, because you need base runners. And you can tell, I mean, any Tom Dooley team is going to be a disciplined team, and that's a pretty pitch right there from Confreda. And it's 2-1. And there's a ground ball picked up by Vogel, and Vogel chucks the first for 1 out. Jaden McNamara will step in. McNamara with a ground out, a fly out, and a single. He 1 for 3 in this one. Brody Vogel with a nice job on that two-hopper. Low, ball one. That'll be a strike. I don't know if you saw the news today, but Chauncey Gardner-Johnson was traded from the Eagles to the Texans today. Ah, Confredo with a pretty pitch there. And it's 1-2 to McNamara. Confredo working quick here in the bottom of the seventh. Rocks, kicks, and fires. Swings and misses. And Jensen tags him out for the third strike. Touch up and 2 outs now. And the Hustlers are down to their final out here. And it's Ryder Wick. Ryder grounded out to the first baseman, singled, and popped out to the right fielder. He is 1 for 3. Cannot wait to watch this young man mature and play. And I like the idea here. An awkward looking bunting stance, but and does not. I guess he does pull back, and it's 2-0. Just trying to generate a base runner here. Confreda's 2-0 is now 3-0. 4-pitch walk from Confreda to Ryder Wick, and that'll bring up Tanner Garza. First walk for Confreda. Tanner Garza popped out, singled, and struck out. 1 for 3. Right down the middle, strike 1. Curveball is ball 1. Confreda, working like a conveyor belt out there. The 1-1 is a hard shot. This should do it. The flip to second or short, and that is it. Ryder Wick goes 4-6, and MCC goes 1-2-3, or not 1-2-3, but 3 outs with no runs, and they'll fall to 6-4 as Viera picks up the win in this one, 7-4. 1 in the first, 3 in the second, 1 in the third, 2 in the fourth, 7 runs on 13 hits and 4 errors for Viera, 4 runs on 6 hits and 2 errors for MCC. The winning pitcher will be Werkheiser, and the losing pitcher will be Chichulio, as the Hawks will play one more game this week. That'll be tomorrow night, senior night, at USSSA Stadium. We'll be there starting at 5:45. So I want to thank Tom Dooley. I want to thank the athletic director and the administration here at MCC. Once again, the final score, Viera 7 and Melbourne Central Catholic 4.